Hi everyone, Minky here with the next part of Let's Play Zelda Majora's Mask, Minimalist Run. Today we're going to get the last three Zora Eggs from Pinnacle Rock before we can actually unlock the dungeon, and I'm wondering if it's going to take me half an hour or so. Because at this point, like, I don't know, it depends, because obviously we've got to make 3 trips there, so you know, we've got to see about that. But obviously, I do have an idea though. It's just I don't want to do Great Bay Temple today, in this part, if you will, I should say. So I don't want to do anything like that. You know, I don't want to do anything regarding thingamajig. 30 years. Nice. But yeah, I don't want to do anything regarding thingamajig, the whatever it's called, the Great Bay Temple today. Set up for next time. And also 30 years as well, by the way. That means he was doing this during the whole time of Link's lifespan as well. So, yeah, assuming that this place, I mean, I want to say this place is real. I really am not convinced it's fake or anything, or it's a dream or whatever. I'm not convinced, to be honest. But I get it though. I get the idea that maybe this place is weird, like sort of like Alice in Wonderland-esque, if you will. How was my controls? God, jeez. I've been playing a lot of PlayStation as of late, so my controls are a bit funky, if you will. I'm trying to get back used to swapping the controls, because the A and B buttons on the PlayStation controls, they're like the opposite way around. So it's really weird. Called a hook shot with a lowercase h. Also to catch fish off the coast, okay. It's a legendary treasure, jeez. I guess. I guess this is how you find out about that. Although, I do have to wonder now then, what he even says about the, what does he say about it actually? Doesn't say anything here, so let's see what he says if I try and give it to him instead of the picture. A rare fish called a seahorse. Are they really that rare? I guess. Yeah, that's another thing as well, is that, like, obviously, presumably, when all the timelines merge, presumably you would save, quote-unquote, the seahorse, if you will. Which, bearing in mind as well, I did look up a video to see whether or not, if... I did look up a video to see if to see the path, just to be absolutely sure, just in case I get lost. So you don't need to do this, but at the same time, doing the seahorse or getting the seahorse, as long as you don't talk to the other seahorse, this seahorse is completely fine to do. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, he actually tells you about his hookshot. Yeah, man. In that case, you've got one. Yeah. You gotta do it again. Alright. Oh, never mind. Oh well, never mind. I keep speeding through the text, I don't mean to. Oh yeah, I wonder what happens if you don't have an empty bottle then. I definitely gotta check that out at some point. Yeah, see what happens if you try and... Well, I was going to say try and rip them off, but it's not really ripping them off, is it? It's the other way around, really, or it's being generous, I guess. You know? It's the other way around, so it's a bit weird, but it is what it is. I guess we'll see at some point. Alright. So yeah, let's see if we can actually do this. I'm not going to really try with the seahorse, but I should have it remembered, the pathway between here. for the Pinnacle Rock. It's not too complicated. It's all right. You get the hang of it eventually. As far as I'm aware as well, it does go all the way up, so you could do it all the way at the top, but obviously you don't have the guidance then at that point. So you could dolphin dive all the way, but I'm not gonna risk that because I don't know the proper length, if you will. Danger, murky water ahead. Wow, thanks. Thanks for the warning. This is a tricky bit, because it's like, I don't even know what the pathway is. Here we go. I mean, I know what the pathway is, it's just tedious to deal with, because it's like, you gotta be, I don't know how precise you need to be. Yeah, it's a bit weird. And plus, I don't think the signs really even tell you which way to go. Like, I don't think they literally tell you anything, to be honest. Although, now that I think about it, I've actually got to get rid of the Seahorse, because it means now that I've got to actually... I need a bottle free, so but at least we can get him out all the way over here. Minky M. How did you know my name? You just bed ran it. Nice. Right, make that. And now I just need my Zora Eggs. So I don't remember which ones they're in, so I'm just going to be systematic about it and just go into the appropriate, or just do it systematically, if you will. Because I didn't find a map for that. And each one takes 2 hits as well, with the Zora shield. So there is that as well. But hey, at least we got one in the first try. Alright, now I don't know where the other 2 are. I'm not going to really bother too much about, or I'm not going to worry too much about it. In fact, yeah, I'm not going to worry about magic either. I was going to look for magic, but nah, no point worrying about that just yet. Now, another nice thing as well is that you can just, if you lose your way anywhere here, then it will warp you back to the beginning, like even before the maze. So it's a really nice shortcut right there. Of course, you're still in Pinnacle Rock, like literal Pinnacle Rock, but at least now then you have access. At least now it's like really easy, if you will. You know, like you can just make your way back all fine. Alright. So yeah, I guess I'll probably take this as like, maybe I'll do this as speed up then, but I mean it's only taken us 8.5 minutes in terms of recording to actually get all the way up here. That's one Zora Egg plus the whole trip though, that's the whole sort of 9 yards, if you will, to put it one way. So obviously, like, it's not going to take us another 8.5 minutes to do all this. It's more like, I want to say 4 or 5 minutes at best. But the Seahorse should be here again, but I've heard apparently maybe it glitches. Apparently the Seahorse glitches and they don't respawn on the side if they do it once. So like, the Seahorse might not spawn. Okay, they are hitting on this version at least. So I don't know about that glitch that supposedly happens. You gonna take us back? Not that I need you to, but... yeah, you can... well, you can just stay there then, I guess. In fact, let's actually not... let's not risk it, if you will. Let's just let them take us. Yeah, you gotta actually follow them about. Like, be a bit more closer than that. But at least this time they actually take you, if you will. Like, you don't need to worry too much about it, if you will. But yeah, I'll link that video as well anyway, for the sake of argument. You know, for thingamajig, for whatever it's called. Now, as far as I'm aware, these don't spawn on the same level, so it shouldn't be here. The other Zora Eggs shouldn't be here. They shouldn't be here at all, the second one. I'm not sure about the Seahorse and where they spawn, but there's only one Seahorse. So you got to be really careful about that. And the tedious part about all this as well, by the way, is that we don't have the map, so we can't even really see anything. Like, we can't see the treasure chest, we can't see... Not that we can see the Zora Eggs, we can't see those, sadly. But at the very least, we can at least... I mean, we can't get the map anyway, it's not like we have the option. Yeah, it's not like that. But, you know what I mean, it's like we've not got that option, sadly, to check out the map. But if we did have the map, though, it'd show us where the treasure chests are. Well, it'd give us a rough idea of where the treasure chests are, as well as other bits and pieces as well. Not the Seahorse, sadly. It would only tell you where the treasure chests are, and pretty much like an outline of where all sort of the holes are, if you will. But they all overlap, kind of like there's like, I don't know how many there is, how many holes outlined, but I think some of them do overlap, so it's kind of a bit tedious to keep up with, if you will. Maybe I'll show that one though, because I do have bonus parts planned for this Let's Play as well, where I'll actually get everything. Like, even though it's a minimalist run, I'm gonna actually complete it, quote unquote, if you will. Even though it's a minimalist run, but that's gonna be for the bonus videos, not for the actual main videos like this. Like, the main videos is minimalist, the bonus videos are for like finishing the game and whatnot. And that's just this Let's Play. I do have at least 2 more Let's Plays planned. I say 2 more. I don't know, I have a few ideas. I definitely have another series I've got planned coming out soon, if you will. Well, not coming out soon, I've got to record it soon, but I mean, like, I've got another series planned to record soon. And but the thing is, I'm not gonna record too much of it, if you will. But you'll see what I mean when we get there, though. You'll certainly see what I mean when we get there. Okay, I'm going a bit too fast. Yeah, these kind of throw you off a little bit, I feel like. Yeah, it's kind of throw you off a little bit. That as well, and the fact that it's like almost 5:30 PM in the game, so I feel like the atmosphere, the sun, whatever, it's gonna mess you about a little bit. So there is that as well, but it is what it is. Hopefully we don't get warped or anything now that we're up here. And that, rather now that we're closing in on 6 PM. That doesn't look like a Zora Egg, but let's make sure anyway. No, that's like a pot, right? Yeah, it's just a pot, that's fine. This is fine to approach, unless a Seahorse just randomly spawns because of a low render distance, because lol. Yeah, we can't do that because that'd be a heart piece. But at least it would be a heart piece. It doesn't have any lasting effects on you, really. Because, like, technically, in a free heart run, I mean, it's a minimalist run, so to be fair, we've got to ignore it anyway. But in a minimalist run, in a free heart run, I should say, technically speaking, you can get free heart pieces, and you're not breaking the rule technically. You've still got 3 hearts of life at the end of the day. To be fair, you know, in that case. Oh, the music is spawned in. What the hell? That's weird. Was it meant to be quiet all this time? There's a treasure chest down there, but that's fine. I might as well get it anyway, because I already kind of damaged them. Oh well. But yeah, obviously that's for a free heart run, though. You know, where 3 heart pieces or less is fine. Well, it depends on what you want to define as truly what's fine, if you will. Because 3 heart pieces, I would say, is kind of fine. It's reasonable. Double defense, technically reasonable, but at the same time, I can understand why people would say to ignore it. You know, what? I didn't think I was that close. But yeah, I can understand why people would say ignore the free heart, the double defense. You know, in that case, because it obviously provides, it's basically doubling your health at that point, so it technically means you got 6 health rather than 3. Is that one? No, it's a pot. Okay, that's fine, I guess. I do need a bit more magic though, to be fair. Alright. This is so weird. This is so kind of surreal to have the music down here. I'm so not used to it. Oh, I'm so low on magic though. I think we can use the Zora boomerang, so to be fair. Oh, I need actually, yeah, I need magic. Yeah, I can't use it. I hope we got a bit of magic in here. I mean, I'm not too bothered because, like I said, Zora boomerangs, but still. Nice. There we go, it's the last one. I think. Yeah, there we go, nice. Alright, and sadly we can't help the Seahorse, but Seahorse can help us. I mean, even then, like I said, I did the research, so I didn't really need the Seahorse at the end of the day. In all fairness. So I could have just not... well, in all fairness, I saved them from the Fisherman, technically, but that's like half of it, if you will. If that makes sense. But the Fisherman is kind of cool, though, to be fair. They're alright, they're not too bad. Jeez, why is the walls pulsating? Am I just looking at it at a really weird angle, or is it just a matter of like... Oh... What? I don't know, man. I don't know. Alright, nice. Jeez, all this on one bottle as well. Didn't do it all in one day, but... Or one real life day, I should say, but... Yeah, at least we managed though, right? Alright. I don't know, man. There's a lot to go over. I mean, we've still got... We're about 8.5 minutes in, just over. So I think what I'll do then is, like, obviously I've got to get the song, you know, otherwise all this Zora Egg trips will be for nothing. But after this, I might as well do a bit more. You know, 'cause I don't want to just make a 20-minute video. So I'm gonna go to the Ikana Canyon for a little bit. That's what I'm gonna do. Oh, here we go. Yeah, we got tadpoles or Zora poles. Even though we have frogs in this universe, that's so weird. I mean, it's not. I guess it's not too weird. But I mean, a lot of the stuff in the Zelda series is like weird, if you will. You know, a lot of bits and pieces. Like, there's a lot to go over, if you will. I can't remember how to activate this, to be honest. Alright. Is it like a designated area? I can't remember why. You don't have some kind of instrument? Yes. There we go. I don't know what the atmosphere, what the area of activation is for that. Now, okay, so this song, I don't remember this song too well myself, especially when it's been a while since I've played. So, but one strategy I have is that the only thing you really need to remember, like outright, is the left, right? And then what you need to do is you need to remember that there's 6 notes after that. It goes something left right, something left right, right? Not left right, right, obviously, but you know what I mean. And that is just up, down, if you will. So up, left, right, down, left, right. There you go. That's the song. That's how I kind of remember the song, if you will. The next song I have a bit of trouble with as well, but I remember the strategy for it, and I'll just say this for now: draw Pac-Man. That's how I remember the next song, the orange song. This is the blue song. The orange song is draw Pac-Man. But you'll see what I mean when we get there, if you will. Maybe I'll put up a little. I might do a little thing. I might have done it before actually. I might have done it in my Let's Cheat of Majora's Mask all the way back when, like, wow, about a decade ago now actually. I might have put it in there, but obviously I haven't done that Let's Play movie yet. But for the sake of argument, I'll link that down below. So, you know, in case you want to go check that out when that gets done. Ain't it, man? What is this law, man? Why? I can't remember the law, if you will, like the reason why they make the song. Like, I get it's to do with like Lulu and the Great Bay Temple and all that kind of stuff, but it's just so odd. Such an odd little bit of law. It's an odd ritual kind of thing. It really is, I think. But in the meantime, I'm gonna go away from this place, and like I said, I'm gonna do Sora Temple next time. Oh, it's daytime? When did it become daytime? I thought it was nighttime. What did I think it was nighttime? I don't know, man. Maybe I was just tripping or something. I don't know, man. Oh well. Alright, I guess if anything, I made it worse for myself by doing that at night time then, to be fair. Alright. Yeah, some rupees here, which I guess I don't need rupees. But obviously I might as well get them. Because I mean, what's the chance that we get of this, if you will? Not that we really need too many rupees, I guess. So I guess I'll just pick them up for the sake of picking them up, in case we really need them. But for now, let's go back to, well, not back, but let's go to Ikana Canyon. If I remember which way around. Oh yeah, of course it's on the other side. For some reason I was thinking it was right next to Great Bay. I don't know why. Oh well. Now these ones always confuzzle me a little bit because, okay, wow, I actually did it this time around. But they always confuse me a little bit when it comes to actually trying to get over them. Because it's so weird. I feel like you have to do it at an angle to a degree. I don't know, it's a little bit weird, but it is what it is, I guess. Alright, so now down here, now as far as I remember, I don't even think... was it Thingamajig? I don't think it was the skeleton mask. Oops. I don't think it was the skeleton mask that was required. I can't remember. It's been so long since I've actually tackled this. I was questioning earlier whether or not the what the other mask was, because I know that you need the Garo mask. And I know you need the Gibdo mask. I know those two off by heart, and obviously the 3 transformation masks. But I can't remember what the 6th mask was. That is the mask of the leader of the ninjas, even though it's literally the same mask as everyone else, even though it looks like kind of like you actually, but more grey, I guess. Bloodstained history. What does that remind you of? The Shadow Temple, man. Yeah, Mick, nah, I ain't having any of that. So yeah, we can come up here now, thanks to the Gyro's mask. So I might as well leave on for a little bit. Because we can't use the bunny hood. Oh hey, it's Gorons, which are really weird Gorons. It's like, what even are these? They're like a subspecies of Goron or something. That's a Nejiron. Don't get too close to them. Sniff sniff, they smell like gunpowder. Yeah, see, they kind of relate to Gorons as well, given that they both like sort of bombs, if you will. It's so odd. It's like, what even are these? I don't even think they get mentioned at all, like, ever again throughout the series. It is so weird. Which that's another thing as well regarding Gorons, Zoras, and whatever, what have you. You know, like, because like, if that is like supposed to be a subspecies of Gorons, then like I know like Zoras are like split up into sea variations and river variations, and I remember when I was playing A Link to the not A Link to the Past, the second game, Zelda 2. I remember when I was playing that, and we have Zoras in that game, but they're all like bad Zoras, if you will, or evil Zoras, right? But in that case, when you have those Zora right there, like, you've still got the town of Ruto in that game. Now, to be fair, this was before the sages had were associated with people, if you will. So like, we didn't know who Ruto was back when Zelda 2 came out. It was just, oh, here's a town of Ruto, a town of Saria, kind of thing, you know, the Ocarina of Time sages kind of thing. So it's so weird to me to see, you know, a town of Ruto, of, you know, a Zora, and that nowadays it's been, obviously, we know who Ruto is, we as the player, obviously, yet they've got bad Zoras, you know? It is so strange to me, not in a bad way, obviously, just, it's like, it's so strange to me, a strange little bit of lore, if you will. But, you know, it is what it is. Seems like the ghost of Ikana's royal family or something. How much can we trust this from Seikon? And there's only a curious parent and child living here while they research the ghosts. Did I mention that there's one nice sword? Can I have it? Can I see it? Can you stab me in the eye with it? No, I'm kidding. You know what? I'll give him my sword. It means less progress, right? It means I have less equipment, and that's perfect for the minimalist run, right? I don't know about that, to be honest, about the minimalist rules, but let's just give it to him anyway. Tato just becomes red. Why? What does he say now? Some giant music box, but I can't afford something that ridiculously huge. That's just me. Of course, they need the river's current to power the music box. The river's all dried up, so there's no value in stealing the music box or ransacking the place. I guess rambling. Okay, I feel like at this point we can trust him, if you will, because he's obviously, because Tato's messing him about. But what if we speak to him like this? Yeah, okay. What do we do the masks? What do you say to Deku-Link? Do you not talk to Deku-Link? Wow, rude. What about Goron-Link? I know he like runs away further, if you will. He runs further away if you're Goron-Link. I know that. That you can kind of like just herd him away. You know, all the way over to Thingamajig as well, by the way. What? Oh man! I deleted him. It's probably because I went for the transition, to be fair. How did he dupe me like that, man? What the hell? That's so weird. I mean, it's not weird, but you know what I mean. Does he touch you with Soul Link? No, he doesn't. Okay, I guess I'll leave him be then. Maybe I'll get him into the water. No, he has like an area of proximity that you can go to. Oh well. Alright, now to be fair, you can do this now, and I'll finish off with this because we're almost here anyway. Might as well. Might as well get this sauce anyway. So, now I'm going to do this because it's not really going to affect the Minimalist Run too much anyway. But what you can do is you can kind of... I call this an exploit, personally, because it's like just barely out of view, or barely in line, if you will. It's barely... it's barely in range, if you will. So I call this I would call this an exploit, for definite. Personally. But obviously I can see why people wouldn't like it, if you will, or like I can see why people wouldn't do it, if you will. Doesn't hit anything, because of course it doesn't. As weird as it is. Here we go. So, yeah, you can do that, but what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to beat the third temple. Well, not even beat the third temple, you're supposed to go through the third temple, get the ice arrows, and then, you know, you might as well beat the temple, but you can always just not beat the temple. And then what you would do is you can use the ice arrows on those two ultra rocks to get across, and that's how you're supposed to make it. But obviously in this game, not in the 3DS version, but in this case, you can actually just get it like that, which is really nice. You know, it saves you the hassle of obviously going through the whole Great Bay Temple. So, but again, I count it as an exploit. I imagine most people would count it as an exploit or glitch or something, which is totally fair enough. But so obviously I wouldn't be doing this. Well, in this case, this doesn't even really do you any good in terms of a minimalist run, I don't think, because you still have to go through the Great Bay Temple and beat that dungeon. So if you wanted to count this one, you would have to like you'd have to do thingamajig. You'd have to do some other sort of glitch or cheat to be fair. So either that or find some other exploit. And now that I realise it, yeah, we do need the skeleton mask because we need to play the Song of Storms to get this river going. And in order to play the Song of Storms, we need to learn it. And in order to learn it, we need to go to thingamajig. Whatever it's called, the graveyard. So yeah, I kind of came up here for no reason. But obviously I can do it later anyway. I can come back up here next time. So at least I've shown that off though. Of course, next time I'll obviously show this area off anyway in full. So at least I get to show it off proper. But I've also shown you the glitch as well. So yeah, this is that in this case. Alright, well, that is it from me today. I'm gonna end it there, and next time I'll be back at Great Bay, the general area, and I'm gonna go to Lulu and play her song and whatnot, and we're gonna beat the Great Bay Temple. So that's the plan, and then after that it'll probably be the Ikana area again, like full on proper. So, you know, at least it'll be that. I'm just gonna show you both ways of the past thingamajig as well, so at least it's that. That's pretty nice, I think. I like to show things off like that anyway, so you know. But yeah, on that note, I'm going to then thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you have a really minky day.